All right, Ghost in the Shell. So Ghost in the Shell is the latest movie by Scarlett Johansson. You may know her as Black Widow in the Avengers. Now this movie to me almost felt like, I don't know, I felt like depending on how this movie goes for her, could it make or break her Black Widow solo movie? This movie was directed by Rupert Sanders. You may have seen stuff that he's done, most recently, Snow White and the Huntsman, which I'm kind of lukewarm on that one. I don't know. I mean, there were cool things about it, and then were not so cool things about it. I don't know how I feel about that one. We may have to review that one. The movie is based off the anime, came out in 1996, I believe. So if you are familiar with that version of Ghost in the Shell, then you'll know what this movie's about. Now, there are some differences between the movie and the anime itself. So you going into it, a fan of it, seen it, love it, you may come into this one going, what? They did change some stuff. There are some things that are still the same, but I think a lot of the storyline between this and that, the anime, are a little different. One of the things that I did enjoy about the movie, and I want to talk about the positives, and then I'll tell you what I didn't like, because I think in the end the movie for me was, I don't know, so-so. The things that I liked about the movie though, it reminded me a lot of Blade Runner. There's a lot of, because this is set in the future and it's got this dark, gritty future world. People are basically cybernetic, enhancing themselves, arms, eyes, whatever you can cyber enhance, that's what people are doing. So it reminded me a lot of Blade Runner with that futuristic dark world. So a lot of the visuals in the movie I really liked. I thought they were really cool. The special effects were really cool. The suit that Scarlett Johansson wears that basically gets her to go invisible and so on. I mean, it's a really cool effect. Now, one of the differences is obviously it is a PG-13 movie. The anime, there's a lot of nudity, and this one, there isn't. So the suit that she wears, and I think that's how they got away with it and why they did it this way, so they were trying to appeal to the PG-13 crowd, because it is a movie where you almost have to be a fan of this genre to enjoy it. I am not a big anime guy. There are some things that attract me to watch, but for the most part, I'm not. And this one was not really at the top of my list to see, but I was curious because some of the things in the trailer really caught my eye. And to be honest, a lot of what we saw in the trailer are really the only cool things in the movie. For me, the movie was a little slow. It dragged on. The first and second act of the movie was really, I don't know, it just felt so serious. It just felt very drawn out. The story of the movie is basically Scarlett Johansson's character is involved in a serious crash, and the only way to save her was to put her brain in a robot, essentially. That's basically the only thing that's real about her is her brain. So her soul, her thoughts, as they explain in the movie, is what survived, and they gave her a second chance at life by putting her into this robot body. That's how the movie starts, and that's pretty much the story. And then she is used as a secret or super weapon. They used her in an experiment to create this soldier or special human that can fight crime. And that's where we get going with her story. Now, the movie itself starts delving into other aspects that we learn some more backstory, and then we learn about what truly goes on in this world. I'm not going to talk about those right now. I really want to focus on why I didn't quite enjoy the movie as much as I was hoping for, and why there were things that I did. So the things that interested me most about the movie were the special effects. Some of the action sequences were cool. There's a lot of different action in the movie, but even with the action, I just felt like the movie kept dragging on. It was such a slow movie for me, and I don't know if that's because that's how most anime movies are, and so I'm not used to this, but for me, it was just too serious. Like, And I know that Scarlett Johansson's character now is a robot, and so she did treat the character like that in the way that she walked, the way that she talked. The way that she talked was still a little normal, but it was still kind of stern. Her look, her facial features were always just like, like that. None of that helped me with the movie. Like, I honestly kept wondering, at what point is this movie going to end? Some of the dialogue between the actors or the characters in the movie just seemed like, I don't know, at times out of place. I thought the acting in the movie was so. And so I'm worried, because I really did want to see a Black Widow movie, solo movie, because she's the only one that really hasn't had one other than the Hulk. And, with the new MCU, mind you. And I don't know that this is helping her cause, honestly. I really don't. Because Black Widow is a fun character. In this movie, she plays a Black Widow type character. I would have to almost say that, because she is basically the secret spy. And it just kind of falls flat for me in a lot of spots. And in a whole, the movie for me didn't work, unfortunately. And I know this is going to break a lot of fans out there. But again, I am going off of a non-anime fan and not really knowing much about the story from the original. I went in basically knowing enough about the movie that I wanted to eventually see it, and I got to, and I came out going, okay, I don't know if I'm going to really see this again. Maybe I should. Maybe I should watch it a second time and catch some of the things that I didn't. But for me, I feel like a movie, I need to see it once and really be excited. Like, I walk out of the movie and I'm like, man, that was just, I was pumped, I was excited, I want to see it again, and I didn't get that from this movie. I was just like, oh, movie's over? See what I'm saying? Like, I was just ready to go. And I kept looking at my watch, like, and that's a bad sign. And I was really looking forward to a good action movie. I'm not going to encourage people to see this one. It's one of my movie reviews to not go. I didn't have fun. I went in there expecting a better ride, and I didn't get it. In the end, not a big plus for me. And hopefully we get something, and if they do a Scarlett Johansson Black Widow solo movie, I just hope, because it's Marvel, that they're just gonna make this a lot better than what we got to see today with this one, or this weekend, I guess, for those of you looking at it. So thanks again for coming. I am so happy that I'm doing these again. I've been so busy, but I want to do these more regular on a weekly basis, get some more videos out. So if you like the review, please leave a like, thumbs up. If you're new to this, subscribe to my channel. I love new people, and I love getting interaction from the comments. I always respond to them, and I want to hear what you think about this. I really do, because I'm curious to see what other people, especially if you're an anime fan, please let me know what you liked or didn't like if you saw it. Again, thanks for coming. I hope that you guys are watching movies, because I know that I am.